Today we're going to talk about how to cheat your way to gains, and this video is actually dedicated to Branch Warren. We did the video earlier where a couple months ago where we actually went and filmed his arm workout, and I served as an anthropologist in a sense of like watching it and kind of talking about if you watched how when he supposedly was cheating, or I mean he was cheating quote unquote using the correctly, you actually see as he went and he got harder and got a little more swing into it, you could watch his biceps working harder and harder on those curls he was doing. So it was very interesting to see that as he supposedly cheated more, muscle tension increased. And so that's where you can kind of tell yourself when you're a more advanced trainee, if you cheat correctly, the tension on that particular muscle is going to increase. Go to any old-time stevedore beer hall and you'll witness folks on a diet of sauerkraut, pork chops, and Schlitz beer that have greater form development than the so-called trainers and trainees at your local gym purgatory. How can this be? Longshoremen do variations of cheat curls all day long. So next time the pencil-necked personal trainer at the Chrome Palace gym dogmatically spouts mechanical facts of arm development while holding court with his latte, call his bluff. I'm telling him to take his bro science and shove his test tubes up his ass. In spite of this pee hockey, he spews. When it comes to Herculean bicep development, cheat curls are the preferred call to arms over strict isolation variations. From Ronnie Coleman to Bill Kazmaier to Ted Arcidi, cheat curls play a role in massive bicep development. Cheat curls gain notoriety by none other than the Austrian oak Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anecdotally, there's at least a place for some cheating in an advanced weight training regimen. A recent study, however, in the European Journal of Applied Physiology demonstrated the effectiveness of cheating. The study examined the lateral raise, done in a strict style and then done when it was aided by initial momentum to get the weight started. The conclusion of the authors was, quote, a moderate use of external momentum increases both the per repetition peak torque and the total hypertrophy stimulus in a set. In lay terms, the target muscles receive more stimulation with moderate cheating, which leads to greater muscle growth. The authors warned, however, excessive cheating results in lower demands on the target muscles and decreases time under tension. So what exactly is cheating? According to the Master Blaster, we're not talking about that male stripper dude that calls himself that, but Joe Weider, using momentum, aka a slight swing of the weight to overcome a sticking point as you fatigue near the end of a set. So while doing heavy barbell curls, for example, you might be able to perform only 8 strict repetitions before you hit momentary muscle failure. A subtle swing of the weight or a slightly faster speed to help you overcome your sticking point to get an additional 1 to 2 reps would be the kind of cheating we're talking about. So it's for primarily advanced bodybuilders or strength athletes. So let's look at the benefit and the practical application of cheating for advanced lifters. Pick the right exercises. Cheating on lunges, deadlifts, or leg presses is downright stupid. Use common sense. Let's take a look at a couple of exercises that can benefit from cheating. Dumbbell lateral raises, dumbbell front raises. These movements begin at their weakest point, so using no momentum with your arms fully extended will require the use of pygmy weights. Slightly bending the elbows and using slight body momentum will allow the use of heavier weights, leading to greater gains in size and strength. And make sure you control the negative. So now let's look at curls. Cheat curls were Arnold's bread and butter. The toughest part of the curl is the start. So begin the set in a cheat you can begin the set in a cheat manner. When you can no longer complete the reps in a strict style, use a slight hip swing to get the weight moving. At the top, hold the weight in a peak contraction style. Then do your negative for about 3 to 5 seconds. Your biceps will be busting out of your sleeve. When cheating, develop a mind-muscle connection. Watch our video on muscle intention. You want to feel the muscle you are working do the work. This is contrary to the movement intention we've already covered before when talking about compensatory acceleration training. So why cheat? Well, cheaters always win. Just kidding. The average commercial gym neophyte wants something for nothing, opting for the path of least resistance. I know anyone listening to this is serious about their results, however. The wrong reason to cheat is to make an exercise easier. The right reason to cheat is to create muscular tension and make the exercise a lot harder. Remember, When it comes to acquisition of hypertrophy, muscles do not know the weight on the bar. They know tension. So recklessly heaving barbells will not get you bigger and stronger. Cheating correctly with muscle and tension can help you get bigger and stronger. Every exercise has a weak point. This is why I'm a huge proponent of safety squats, which I already covered in a previous video with bodybuilders holding onto the rack, because you can pull through your sticking points and handle maximum poundages that equal maximum growth. I offer some guidelines on cheating. Use cheating to push through sticking points, not for ego gratification. Correctly cheating overloads the targeted muscles without assisting the strong points of the movement. Training past failure, once you hit failure with strict form, you can keep on trucking when you cheat. Using some momentum to continue the sets allows you to do so without pausing or reducing the bar while maintaining maximum intensity. The lifter with a strong mind-muscle connection and a high tolerance for pain can thrive when cheating. Similar to force reps on the bench press, except here you control your own destiny 100%. Force reps, you are at the mercy of a spotter. A huge psychological boost can also be had from cheating. As a kid, I used to curl with heavy weight with piss poor form. It was excessive cheating, but about a month later I'd be able to do the same weight in a strict style. Knowing I'd handled the heavy weight in a cheating style boosted my confidence in a strict style. I'm not advocating for my youthful curling indiscretions, but Dollars to Donuts says that if you hit 8 reps on a strict curl, you can do 4 more in a cheating style. You will soon be doing 12 strictly. You need to control the negative. Want to grow? Let's talk about the power of negative thinking. Okay, never mind. Let's talk about the power of negative reps. Numerous studies show the effectiveness of heavy negatives on muscle growth. You can handle up to 60% more on a negative than you can on a positive. So when you control the negative portion of the rep in a strict style, when cheating on the positive, you will grow. You will get stronger. Mechanical tension, metabolic stress, and muscle damage are the 3 key ways researchers identified to gain muscle hypertrophy. Cheating correctly creates greater tension in a muscle. Because a set can be taken past failure in a strict style, in a non-strict style, metabolic stress is greatly increased. Because of the increased loads, great time under tension, and heavy eccentric muscle damage results. The 3 catalysts that scientists identify to gain hypertrophy are sparked and exploited with cheating. So when not to cheat? Even if you do not care about the risk of injury, if you're a competitive lifter, like a powerlifter, don't cheat on the core lifts. Basketball players don't get better at free throws by practicing with bad form and missing free throws. Powerlifters don't get better at the big 3 by missing lifts and practicing with bad form. Powerlifting is a skill. People get stronger without ever increasing their body weight because they become more neurologically efficient, or in other words, they can become better and more skilled at the big 3 lifts. So here's kind of my final thoughts on cheating. Cheating is an advanced principle. Do not do it if you're a beginner. Cheating does have some risk, but when correctly applied, the risk is minimized and the reward is maximized. So here to you, cheat your way to some gains.